Okay guys, let's get down to the nitty gritty. How much are windows nowadays? Let me break the news, spoiler alert. They're expensive, but let's be honest. All these companies out here are milking this COVID thing to the ground. So today I'm going to be showing you 3 different quotes. So we got skylights for our tiny home, we got 14 regular windows, and then we also got a special serving window which has a different capability than the others. So let's jump right in and I'll show you. Okay, so this first quote is for all the exterior windows we got on our tiny home. As you can see right here, the total quantity is 14 windows. This is what part of the house the window is going into. And then I don't know why they all say essential, but they do. Yes, they're all essential. And this is the different type of window and the opening size, as you can see here. So some of them are 18 by 28 inches, whereas there's other ones like this one, which is a living room window, and that's 60 inches by 60 inches, which is 5 feet, for those who don't know. And this is the prices on the right side. So let me break it down for you in the next slide here. If we scroll down, this shows every single window broken down into its own line. So line 1 up here, as you see, line 1 is what we're going to be looking at, and then we'll go down from there. So line 1 window is our bathroom window. Every single window we have is a ebony exterior, which is black exterior, white interior. And then this is the breakdown of the random things that they put on each window, and you'll see that as we continue down. But this window is $528, and it is very small, 18 inches by 28 inches. The reason it's very expensive is, number 1, COVID, but number 2, this is a special window called an awning, which basically means, if you see in this graph here, this triangle right here shows you which way the window will open. So the hinge is going to be right here at the top, and basically the bottom of this window is going to open up. So instead of it being vertical, you can use a little lever and crank it, and it will go up horizontally to 90 degrees. So all those windows that look at a lot of extra money, if it says right here awning, that's why. It's because you can literally just crank this little knob and have it go up to like horizontally. So then let's scroll down here. This is our nook window for one of the bedrooms. And this is also a very small window. It's 18 by 18 inches. And this one is not an awning. As you see, it doesn't say anything about an awning here. But we do have, as you see on these blue lines, this is showing the grid pattern that are on each window. Okay, so that's how you're gonna see, and this is all gonna be black as well. The grid will be black. Now if we keep going, that one, I guess we're on line number 3 now. This is our sink window, which is 36 inches by 36 inches. And it's the same exact colors, black and white. And then this now is our grid on this window. So it's a little bit different than the one above, as you see. And also, if you look at this triangle, the same thing as the other awning. That's the direction it opens. Hinge at the top, and this window can now go horizontally 90 degrees, which is pretty sweet. This big window now is our living room, and it's our biggest window on the house. It's 60 by 60, and that's the grid pattern we chose for it. And this one we did not want to open, so that's why it's just straight up glass, and it looks cheaper for how much glass you're actually getting, and it's because it doesn't open, doesn't have any sliding, it's just straight glass and the grid pattern. Now these are going to be these smaller windows. They're all 40 inch wide by 18 inches tall, and we have 10 of these, so 5 on each side on the tiny home to let in light up top, and 4 of them are going to be this awning style. So as you can see here, it says quantity 4. So the hinge at the top, and it will open 90 degrees if you want it to. But we wanted those 4 close ones to be able to all open, so we could open them if we want to let a breeze through, which is, most of the time you do want that. And then we scroll down a little bit more. Now this is the same exact window as this, but these ones do not open. So you can kind of see the difference. So we got 4 of those, and they're $485 a piece because they have that awning motion. And so that's how much 4 of them cost altogether. Now you scroll down here. Now this is 6 of these windows, and they're only $268 a piece because they don't open. So you can look at the price difference right there. $485 for one versus $268 for one, and $1,611 for $1,611 for all 6 of those. Okay, so you're getting 2 extra windows there. So this quote for these 14 windows here, $5,930 is how much we're going to spend. Now, if we go to this next page, so this one is a completely different window. It's going to be next to our living room window, but it'll be in the kitchen area of the house. And as you can see, this one is 6 feet long and 3 feet high. And this window is going to be kind of special because it's a folding window for serving. So eventually we're going to have a deck out on the one side of the trailer where the front door is. And this window we're going to be able to put there. It's the same color, black exterior, white interior. And essentially what's going to be able to happen is on the inside, we'll be able to grab a little latch and push it out. And then this thing will turn into 2 panels and we'll go like that. You like that noise, that sound effect? So we'll be able to go like that, and then you can push it to one side. So essentially, now you have a 5.5 foot opening that you can just serve food out of, which we're like, that's dope. And that's why, as you see, it's so expensive, because that's like a window that literally just goes, and then you just push it to the side, and now you have this massive opening that you can serve food out of. And now, so let me scroll down. So that final price, if you look at this, the price of the window, and then you add them putting it in for us, the total on that is $5,595.02. So now you go to the final quote, and these are skylights that we ordered through them as well. If you scroll down right here, so these are Velux skylights, and this one is 34 inches by 46 inches, and we're getting just one of those. And then this one down here, so that was $369 for that skylight, because that's a pretty big opening. And now these ones right here are a little bit smaller because they're in the bedroom portion. So the first one is going to be right in the middle of the tiny home, and so we made it really long so it would let in the most light. And then these smaller ones are now on the sides of the tiny home above the bedrooms. So literally you can just close your eyes and look up in the night and just see the stars or whatever you want to do. But that's a super cool feature that we were like, yo, how dope would it be to just lay there in bed and look up at the stars or whatever, like that's pretty cool. And so the total on those, if you add all 3 of those together, because 2 of this one and 1 of this one, that's $891 to get that. Now if you go to our calculator here, and now we do the first quote, $5,930.52, and now you add that to the second quote, which is that folding window, that is $5,595.02, and now you add the final skylights, that's $891.37. Now you hit equals. So on our tiny home, just for windows, we've spent $12,416.91. I know that's a lot of money, but we are very budget friendly. That makes sense. Like Kelsey and I geek out about this stuff, and Kelsey makes fun of me for it, but I really like finances and I like budgeting and keeping track of stuff like this. But something we're really good at is saving money and putting it away for stuff. So that's why we haven't done as much giving lately, which I feel bad, we should still. But we're putting a lot more money into this versus other things at the moment. All right, so this is a little spreadsheet I made. So our budget for this tiny home, it might be a little low, we aren't sure yet, is $50K, and we want to finish by summer of 2022 and move in by that same summer. And so here I'm going to list every single thing that we buy for the house. So far we've only bought two things: the trailer, which is $7,294, and the windows, which is $12,416. So far that's close to 20 grand on the trailer and the windows. I'm going to list all of our costs here and every single thing because I want you guys to know exactly what we paid for it, if anyone is thinking of doing the same thing. And just keep in mind, we are building this during COVID prices, and every company is milking it, so everything's a little more expensive. And yes, we could have gone to like Home Depot and probably got cheaper windows, but we paid cash for everything so far. Like, we paid cash for the trailer and we paid cash for the windows. So we don't care. Frankly, if anyone has hate or wants to be like, wow, you got ripped off, well, guess what? We paid for it in cash and we don't care. How you like them apples?